That I will not be caught dead paying bills for anybody.
To be with someone that teaches you how to love yourself.
Any change that anybody did not do before marrying you, don't expect that.
When I talk to you.
There's so many young guys out there that will not be caught dead paying bills for anybody.
To be with someone that teaches you how to love yourself.
Any change that anybody did not do before marrying you, don't expect that.
When I talk to him to see, I cry. Just for me, blind boy.
Good evening, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me today on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. It's 5 p.m. It's time for us to have deep, meaningful conversation while you drive, while you cook, while you are on the street, while you're doing your own thing, while you're leaving school. This is Deep Waters. We help us all have deep, meaningful conversations relating to topical issues, gray areas, frequently asked questions that are always bothering you. We shed more light and help us all learn, relearn, and also, improve our perspective on a certain thing. This is where everyone is welcome. Your thoughts, your opinions are welcome. It's a bias-free environment where you get to be vulnerable and share right here on the show. We share life issues on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays at 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., Wednesdays at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and Fridays at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're streaming to you on radio and TV. It's a TV show and a radio show at the same time, and you can watch on YouTube at Silverbed N24. Click on the live button, and then you can watch us live. And also, you're tuned into Rythm 93.7 FM right here on the show. My name is Debrah Waters, and today we are shaking the waters on the topic, why the rich get richer and why do the poor get poorer? Why do the rich get richer and why do the poor get poorer? The gap between the rich and the poor, especially in this country, not even in this country, almost everywhere you go, it's always a very wide, there's a very like a big wide hole between the rich and the poor. Some people think that the rich are just a bunch of people who are privileged, who just have access to money. And some people also feel like, oh, the poor are a bunch of people or a bunch of losers who chase after money left, right, and center. I don't know how to multiply or invest this. When we talk about rich or poor, who are the rich? And who are the poor? How do we quantify, or how do we gauge, or how do we rate somebody to say, oh, this person is rich or this person is poor? And there's rich, there's poor, and there's also wealthy. So what's the difference between rich, poor, and wealthy? What differentiates the rich from the poor? Is it the privilege? Excuse me. Is it privilege? Is it genetics? Is it hard work? Is it smart work? Why is it that the distance between the rich and the poor is a very, very big gap? How can we close the gap between the rich and the poor? Is this statement, the rich gets richer, the poor gets poorer, is the statement actually true? Do you believe in that? Do you believe that the rich are just a bunch of people who are privileged? How do people even get rich? Is it by doing things that are illegal? Most people will just say, because he has money, he's doing this thing, he's doing that. How do people actually get rich? In a situation where you can't help it, you're born into a poor family. How can you, walk out and step out of the poor, the team poor, and move into the team rich? Now, this is not a show that brings anyone down in any way. We're just trying to analyze, logically, what the difference between the poor and the rich is. What does the rich do right that the poor is not doing? Who are the poor and who are the rich? What is the difference between the rich, the poor, and the wealthy? How do we even gauge somebody who is rich or poor? If you have to even gauge yourself, would you say you are an average? Would you say you are poor? Would you say you are rich? How do you keep that frontier as the name rich? Why do people become richer? Why do the rich become richer? Why do the poor become poorer? That's what we're talking about today on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. Feel free to join the conversation. Call in on 0705 993 6937 or 0705 993 7937. Numbers to call to be a part of this conversation are 0705 993 6937 or 0705 993 7937. This is Deep Waters with Debrah Waters, and it's time for us to have deep, meaningful conversation on the show regarding the rich and the poor. Why does the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer? The phone lines are open now. Be a part of the conversation and let's get started. In fact, when somebody is actually turned poor, why is it so hard to actually cross over to being rich? What do the rich do differently that they stay? Are the rich a bunch of people who are constantly taken away from the poor? Or are the poor a bunch of people who are ignorant enough to give away what they have? This is where we're going to break it down on the show, because as always I have a guest joining me in the bit, a coach, and we're going to break it down even deeply. But first, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your first answers on the topic so that we can actually hear perspectives and opinions, so that we can all have an all-round touch on the show regarding the topic. Feel free to join the conversation. Call in on 0705 993 6937 or 0705 993 7937. Why is it that when somebody is even considered rich, they are always even gunning for more? You hear things like, oh, Dangote, still they find money. Why is it that even when somebody is already tagged rich, they already have the title of rich, they never really get satisfied? Why do they also always want more? I was reading something about this topic, and I read something somebody wrote, or somebody wrote a story, and the story goes thus. So there's this chicken that they shared to everyone. They shared chicken to like every community of people, and this chicken that they gave them, some went home, killed it, and used it to do soup and ate it like very sweet soup. Some others just kept their chicken away from, just kept it, and they're still thinking, oh, what am I going to do with this chicken? Some others now started thinking, how can I even multiply this chicken? Now that these people are eating this chicken and enjoying it, does this mean that we can have more chicken? Can this chicken come together, and can we have eggs? Can we have something? Can I be a supplier of look at how happy they are after eating this chicken? Can I be a supplier of this chicken so that they can be happy? Somebody now said, maybe this is how the situation of the rich and the poor is. The poor are probably just gunning for the chicken and eating it, which is, the chicken in this case could be money, could be livelihood, could be life, could be survival, But the poor is thinking, the rich is thinking of, how can I multiply what already is? Again, I'm not a coach, I don't know these things, but the story actually made sense to me. Why does the poor keep getting poorer, and why does the rich get richer? That is the topic we're having today on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. Share me your thoughts, share me your opinions, tell me your first-hand experiences. Why do you think the rich keeps getting richer? Are they privileged? Are they wicked? Or are they just fortunate to be born into a rich family? Why does the poor also get poorer? And how does the poor cross over to the rich side? Or do you even believe that there's nothing like rich or poor? Do you think it's a relative thing? Do you think that, there's nothing like rich or poor? To me, there's nothing like rich or poor. It's a relative thing. I'm not rich, I'm not poor. If that's your thoughts, I wanted to share. It's an open ground, it's an open communication right here on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. Call in on 0705 993 6937 or 0705 993 7937. Now, some other people get rich overnight. Some people will just, I don't know, maybe win a lottery or something just happens. Is it true that people actually get rich overnight? And is it possible for them to sustain those the riches when they get rich overnight? And the people who were once rich, when they now fall down, not fall down, I don't want to say fall down, when they now become unrich or become poor, what happened in that situation? What would we say happened? Life, we can say life happens, yes, but apart from life, what is the psychology behind it? What is the reason, why somebody who was once rich, who had their stuff together, now became poor, And yeah, we're having all this conversation today on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. Again, the phone lines are open for you to be a part of the conversation. Guys, this is the time for you to call. It's not when I'll not bring my coach now and the coach will not start talking. Then the phone lines will not start buzzing, pa 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 pa. And then I'll be trying to pick your calls and I'll be trying to listen to the coach. We're not going to do that today. So feel free to call in now to be a part of the conversation. 0705-993-6937 or 0705-993-7937. Why do the rich get, or does the rich get richer, and why does the poor get poorer? Do you think it's prayer? Some people say, oh, it's because they pray. They really pray very well. You know, apart from being born into a rich family, people say, you are poor because it's your village people. You're impoverished because you're village. Apart from the society, yes, there's a society's part in this. But is it your village people, or could it be your own actions? There's some things that you're not doing. What is missing? Why? What separates you from the rich? You know, what separates a rich person from the poor person? How do we bridge this gap? This is the conversation we're having today on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. We're going to break right now. When I get back, of course, I'm back with my finance and development coach, who's going to be helping us, find that missing link between the rich and the poor, and we're going to find a way to bridge that gap. So if you think you're poor, it's good for you to listen to this show so that you can find a way to, become rich. And if you think you're rich, you also need to listen to this show to find a way not to lose those riches and become poor. This is Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. Let's go to break right now. When we get back, I'm coming back with my coach and, of course, more calls from you. Stay tuned.
Getting you closer to the people. We take the pressure off you, each with his uniqueness. It's no holds barred. Say it the way it is.
With the unitary system of government, people will steal our money in the state. They will use the federal apparatus to intimidate them.
Was built to shock timid, myopic, Mongo package Mumu Nigerians out of their way of thinking.
Hey guys, guess what? From April 19, 2023, Silverbird Television will now be found on channel 121 on GoTV. Yes, that's right, we're swapping channel numbers. So, if you use a GoTV decoder, don't forget to scan channel 121 and keep it locked on Silverbird Television. If you own a DSTV decoder, then not to worry, because Silverbird Television still remains on channel 252 on DSTV. Whatever decoder you use, you're still guaranteed the best news, sports, music, drama, and general entertainment shows. Silverbird Television, it's about entertainment.
For the best television show, indigenous language, the nominees are Jankara Markets, Silverbird Television.
Best television show, our very own indigenous language, Jankara Market, Silverbird Television.
Welcome back. This is Deep Waters with Debrah Waters, and indeed we have deep, meaningful conversation right here on the show. I'm excited for this topic that we're having today. Why does the rich get richer, and why does the poor get poorer? We're talking about life and finances today on the show, and I open up the topic. I asked the big question, what differentiates the rich from the poor? And why is it that the rich why is it so hard for the poor to cross over to being rich? And is it even hard? Maybe it's not hard. What is that one thing that differentiates the poor from the rich? And how can we transition from being rich to poor? Or could it also be that there's nothing like rich or poor? I'm sure if we come now from a spiritual perspective now to our pastor and imams to say, let the poor say I am rich. Once you say it like this, you believe it, and you are definitely... I'm sorry. I don't know if it works that way, but for some people, by faith. So is it faith that separates the rich from the poor? This is the conversation we're having today on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters. To be a part of the conversation, call in on 0705 993 6937 or 0705 993 7937. Earlier, I said I have a special guest with me in the studio, a businessman, a forex trader, a finance and development coach. He's the founder of Go Learn, Nigeria's foremost financial literacy academy, or should I say platform. He has also mentored and coached more than 500 individuals across Africa in finance and taught over 1,000 students in forex trading. And of course, Olubori Paul is the go-to coach for anyone looking to succeed in forex trading or achieving financial freedom. And when we talk about the poor and the rich, we're definitely talking about achieving financial freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me my special guest, Olubori Paul. Hi.
Hi, Debrah.
Usually, when I bring in my guests, I don't used to compliment their looks, so because I want to keep it deep,
Okay.
you know. But today I have to say this is a very nice space.
Thank
Looks
you.
very rich.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Good to have you on the
You're looking
studio.
good too, by the way.
Do I look rich?
Yes.
Because I don't want to look poor.
Yes, you look good.
Good to have you.
Thank you
So
so much.
yes, we're so excited to have you, a financial coach and all. Is there anything like rich and poor? I know there's a general opinion, oh, there's a rich and a poor. Even our president, Bola Tinubu, says, let the poor breathe. It means that there is a rich and the poor. But again, I need to ask a coach, is there anything as such as rich or poor? Are we just humans? Or are we just humans with access to money and other things? Or is there something as rich and poor?
Yes, thank you, Debrah. So I believe that there are different things that differentiate people, like the way the moon and the sun differentiate the day, the night, and the day. So in life generally, we have things that differentiate people also. So, and for the economical description of things, yes, we have the poor and then we have the rich. So the rich being people who we can say they have abundance of cash, abundance of money. They have money, they have a lot of money, spare cash. And then the poor means that they lack money and they don't even have access to it. They don't know how to make it, and they don't have it whether as assets or liquid cash or crypto or as anything. But the rich have assets. They have it either as relationship, either as inheritance, either as real estate properties, or either as anything. So it could be anything. Yeah, so we have poor people, we have rich people.
Okay, good. So if as an individual, I am listening to Deep Waters right now and I'm trying to evaluate, well, am I rich or am I poor? Like right now, I'm also thinking, am I rich? How do I know if I'm rich or poor? Let me know my category first before I know what solution I need, Abby.
Okay,
Let me know my problem first.
Yes.
So how do people know they're rich or poor?
I know. So the major needs of humans are basic needs: food, clothing, shelter, and all of that. So if you are able to afford your basic need without stressing anybody, that means that you are okay. Not rich. Rich means being abundant, but you're not also poor. You know, ability to. So I said something during our last event somewhere that ability to sustain your gari that you have over a long period of time is what it means to be financially free. So it doesn't mean whether you are eating rice and turkey every day or you're having juice every day. Whatever you have at a particular time, when you have the ability to sustain it over a long period of time, then you're financially okay.
That's scary definition.
No, it's not.
So if I have gari now, 1 cup now, if I use 1 spoon today and I'm not full,
No,
I
that's
make it. Yes, now.
No. Whatever can keep you together. Whatever. So even if you are living in 1-bedroom apartment, are you able to afford that for say 5 years? I mean, what you are doing currently, your income. You know, that's a long conversation. So I don't want to go deep into your income minus expenditures, minus all of that, tax and everything. By the time what you have left is able to take you through the month, and you don't have to bother anybody. You are okay financially. So except other things happens to what you are earning, like which is happening to everybody now, inflation. That means that people are buying with more. People are buying they're buying goods with more and the income they have is still remaining still the same. Yeah. So inflation has happened to the funds. So definitely their purchasing power is low. So that means that they might not be able to buy as much as what they are able to afford now and before. They might not be able to afford it right now.
That means in a way the economy kind of affects whether we are rich or poor.
Yeah, sure.
Interesting. So what is wealthy? I just need us to break that this
Okay.
down before we break it, get in deep.
Okay.
So when we say somebody is, you have used okay now, and you have not said poor. You said there's okay, you are okay. There is poor, there is rich, and now there's wealthy. So what is wealthy?
Yeah, wealth. So wealth is another topic, another division entirely. So that means that you have abundance of money, abundance of resources, relationship, investments. Because being rich. So I wanted to say being rich means that you have a lot of a particular thing. So people that are rich means that they have a lot of money. So people that are wealthy, they don't just have a lot of money, because your money can depreciate. Money in bank, anything can happen to your money, something tomorrow. But the people that, when they have invested in assets, not so much can really happen to asset like that. Not so much can stocks, other stocks, things can happen to them. Let's say I have a very good tie with the president of Nigeria. That's a good relationship. And he sees me and says, "Oh, Olubori Paul, my son, boo boo," and all that, and we are able to talk. That's the relationship, and I can easily access him, and then he can easily network me and give me jobs, all of that. Yeah, so that's wealth. So wealth of relationship, wealth of cash, wealth of investment, wealth of assets, wealth of opportunities also. Because so that's why the rich get richer, because they have access to opportunity. So when you have abundance of opportunity access, it increases your earning potential. So you can earn more, you can make more money. So, and that's why, so let's not go into the topic.
Yeah, we're going into the topic. We're getting deeper, because it's almost half past 5, and we need to get into deep into it.
All right.
So yes, you just mentioned that the rich gets richer because they have access to opportunities.
Yes.
But the rich, before they have access to the opportunity, before they become rich, they were something, right?
Yeah, for some people, yes. So let me say this, right? You said you like how I'm looking, right?
Oh yes, you look rich.
It's in the process of my mind. I have processed it in my mind how I want you to perceive me, and I went ahead and get outfit that makes me look like it. Even if I don't have to be it yet, but I am working towards gradually, daily, to be it through first how I'm appearing, who I'm now meeting with. I'm not going to dress like this to go and see someone that cannot offer me what is going to benefit me financially. When I say something, I'm not trying to degrade anyone. I'm just saying that, I would, if I'm going for a business meeting, I also dress like this. I would dress corporate. I would do all of that. Yeah, because I'm here, so I need to appear, good. I don't know who's going to be my next investor or partner or anything. I need to look the part, right? What I'm saying is that, for you to attract a level of money, a level of wealth, you have to first begin to work towards assuming it. Your priorities must be that, what are the things that I need to be able to do? One, knowledge. So I've seen people that knows how to dress well, but they don't know how to speak well. They don't have the knowledge about the things that they even want to go about. They don't even know what is going on all around. They're just there. So now that I've invested in knowledge, I've invested in how I look, how I present myself, and then I invested in skills. Like, okay, what kind of skills do I need that can make the people that have the money I have, that can make them want to give it to me. Most of the money is in the hand of the poor, but the rich are those ones that know how to collect it from them.
Wow. But the poor also give it to them.
Yes, they give it to
gladly,
them because they are offering them something that can give them temporary relief. So the rich look for what? So, are we allowed to talk about betting?
Yes, please.
Do you know that there was a report recently about betting, how much they make? These people make $400 million. A particular betting company in Nigeria makes $400 million daily. It's not naira. $400,000. I want to be sure. I don't know if it's million. Daily. That's equivalent of hundreds of millions. Around some hundreds of millions. Now, a rich man does not play bets. Apologies. Oh my God. Hope I'm not getting too deep.
Yeah, no, we are getting there. I'm shooking already.
Because a rich man does not play bets. Because
they own the betting company.
They own the betting company. You get it, or they own shares in it. Because they will not. It is only the poor that wants to make money one time. Let me just blow. The idea of blow is a poverty mindset. A one-time work that will give you all the money you need in your life. But a wealthy person, a wealthy mindset is thinking of one one per day, one tomorrow, another one, then compounding. 1 plus 1 becomes 2, 2 plus 1 becomes 3, 3 plus 10 becomes 13, and then grows gradually like that. And then the next 10 years, they are rich. And you're wondering, where are you coming from? They have started like many years ago. They didn't just, so all the wealthy people are envying today, they didn't just get there today. They have been there over time. But people just saw the lifestyle they started living. And they did not say, let me go and put money into this bet. Oh yeah, two over under goals must score, and I'll put 100 naira to win $1 million. It doesn't work that way. So that money are committed together. You put it in business, you put it in different things, investing in knowledge. I mean, know what you, I mean, have you specialized on your special? Is that something that you have specialized in so much that people refer you? I'm a forex trader sitting down there right now. I've made over $500 just waiting here today alone, because I have the skill. I know and understand the ways and in and out of it. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to also do for other people to learn about it, because it's a legitimate business, right? So the rich, the wealthy people, they look for, what can I provide? Dangote is selling salt. Is a multi-billionaire.
Well, I like the way you're saying this thing. It's so easy. It's so easy. We enjoy it, you know. Aspire to retire and learn.
Speaking,
and learn, you know, relearn, all those things. We understand that. But let's also come back to a bit of reality. Let's dial back to reality sometimes. Okay. Now, you're saying we need to have a mindset, a rich mindset, because when you have a rich mindset, you become rich. You attract rich.
You don't necessarily might not become rich.
But you attract rich.
Because if you have the mind, and like you said that the spiritual side now, you said that I am rich. That's saying that you are rich does not make you rich. There's a process of the mindset. So there are processes. You have the mind. When you have the mind, you take the step. You can have the mind and not take the step. You still remain in the same place. When you have the mind, creates the mind. The mind gives you boldness. The mind gives you courage to move, and then you start taking steps.
But what is wrong with being poor?
A lot is wrong with it.
What?
Because you get cheated the most. You don't have. In fact, the poor pay the most of the taxes.
Let the poor breathe.
So the poor. Okay, so
they are suffocated.
Why is it the poor that they are telling?
We are the poor. I'm part of this. We are suffocated.
Because they tell you that they're the one that pay the most of the taxes. They're the one that pay the most of everything, right? Because even the Bible says that out of the person that said they don't have is from where they will collect again. So even say you don't have, they still collect from that one that you don't have. So that means you have something. So that means that's something that can be collected. So the idea is that you cannot confess alone. You cannot confess alone into being rich. You have to take steps. You have to allow yourself. Everybody has processes in life. There are times you need to be poor, or you might be poor, very poor. Enjoy your poverty time. Be poor in that state. Receive the poorness or whatever, but be conscious about that. This is a temporary place. I don't want to be here. And that position just teaches you a lot of things, and then you are working towards moving out of that place. If you didn't inherit any property or anything like I didn't, my parents never had anything. So I made up my mind that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure that I work enough that I'm able to leave things for my children's children, right? I have a client that bought property for a great grandson. In his name.
Great-grandson.
I don't want to mention the name, the amount.
Enough money to go on for generations.
The baby does not know how much. He doesn't even know where the land and property is, because I was not facilitated the property and all of that. Wow. Don't even know where it is. Just buy it in his name. When he's in secondary school, the parents have to sign for him.
Wow.
You understand? So if you don't inherit all of that, if nobody's looking to help you, you help yourself. You help yourself. You get yourself out from where you are. So where's the money? Ask yourself, where's the money? The poor person thinks that collecting money from the rich is how to become rich. The poor person thinks that begging is how to become rich. You cannot beg your way into prosperity. You have to work your way into it. So begging is... So those are the things I have to tell myself I'm not going to do. No matter... there's different... So if I'm going to beg you for money, I'm pushing forth what I'm going to offer to you, what I can offer to you. What can I do for you? The first wealthy person I met, a woman that helped me in Lagos here, when I met her, the first thing I asked her was, hello ma, please, what can I do for you? What service do you need? Can I come and wash your car at home? Can I come and then she saw how tenacious I was. and I was just a fresh graduate, just with NYC. I was still savvy, and she said, "Come and manage this company. I have this business."
Let's take a caller. Someone's
Okay.
calling. I'm sure
Okay.
someone will have questions. We'll continue in a bit.
All right.
Hello. 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 Okay, lost that call. You can be a part of the conversation. I know it's getting really deep and heated right here on Deep Waters with Debrah Waters with Coach Olubori Paul Kehinde in the building. You can be a part of the conversation. You have questions, you have thoughts. We're right here with you. Be a part of the conversation. Call in on 0705-993-6937 or 0705-993-7937. I'll take another call. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Olawale, is that you?
Hi.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. How are you today?
I'm good.
Why is your voice this low? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Please be okay. Oh. You have to be rich. Oh.
Okay.
All right, talk to me.
These people will still be getting richer. For so this thing is a mentality. You know that abusing one. If you say before we will still be getting poorer or something like that.
Yes.
It's not only by making money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the correct financial independence first.
That's the financial freedom.
Independence first.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people, if they give them money to start a business, they will use the whole capital. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Many people in Nigeria mentality, they don't want to wait for they don't want to use what they have to get what they want.
How do you mean?
What you have for you to get what you need, what you want. They don't want to start from what they have in hand.
They don't want to jump right into what they want. Okay. Got that.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
They don't want to start from their level.
The process.
They want to go and start from high level.
But some people did not start from any. This thing about wait to the process, wait for 5 years. Some people didn't have to do that.
That is, some people start from gradually. You will see many people.
Why should I start from gradually when I can jump 5 steps and become 8?
Why you can do what?
Why do I have to follow the process like the forefathers used to do when I can jump the process and still get the same thing?
No, that's the thing. And you mentioned of the thing. That's our mentality. If you ask many people that is getting rich and they will tell you where they are starting from. That's it. They will tell you for their foundation. But many people now, if you ask many people, if you give me 5 million now, I will start a business. If you ask them, what do you want to use 5 million to start? They won't even have
no idea.
They want to use the money for. No idea. Nothing.
Except to buy car and house.
That's it. To build house. People will say, I will go and buy land. To build house. Is it possible? You don't have work. No business. Don't talk about something that will be bringing money.
Interesting.
And there is one thing also, religion. Some people, they will be telling them, it's their forefather that
they
is
walk
doing
by
them.
faith.
It's a man that is doing them from village. I like communicating. They will be promising. So, the promises, they will be telling them, they don't go that village again, no. And then don't make you to prosper from Lagos State. And then don't make you, but they don't check themselves. Some people, they will go and stay in prayer. The time that they're supposed to be making money for 21 days. For what? And you say you'll be getting richer. It's not automatic. You can't do it automatic. It's not magic. Like our former president, Buhari, he said you will miss him, but he knows something that is not magic. You know?
I didn't get that.
You don't get that one. The Buhari make mention of the word that that somebody cannot do magic to change this Nigeria.
Not that.
That person that went to church for 1 month to go and sit down, when somebody is making money, how you want them to be? There will be a lot of difference.
I don't know why I'm always mentioning church. So there are also people that go to mosque to pray too. Let's balance it up.
Like people that we just don't let us with some of our mentality in this Nigeria that is not making us to make money.
You made a lot of sense. Thank you so much. Olawale is an entrepreneur, by the way, so he knows a lot about these things. I'm not shocked at all. Yes, Coach Olubori.
Yeah.
Any comments?
Yeah, I wanted to say, you mentioned something about process. You were saying
Yes.
you can't jump your process. Any process you jump back right into it. So if you jump the process of accumulating money properly, you will mismanage it. You will because I tell people that when you are going through shege, go through your shege very well.
But the process cannot really be gauged, don't you think?
No.
Some people's process might take a year, some might take 5 years.
The difference between the processes is knowledge and opportunity. If you don't know, so it was saying that somebody they will give you 5 million. Go and do you know how many people that have received grants and money for businesses? Even me, I've given some people. Okay, what can you do? Do this, and then eventually come back 2 months later. What are you doing? How far? Sorry, I've used this thing. That is why the process. That is why investors taking their time before they fund any company in Nigeria right now, in Africa especially, because they want to show that you know what you are doing. You can really deliver. Because everybody wants to be financial, everybody wants to blow, make it. And then you are collecting people, you are using people's money to try to make it. Don't jump. The process is when you start small, start anyhow, start anywhere. Keep moving.
It's very easy to say, but that starts small, yeah.
No,
Gen Zs don't want to hear that one. No.
Oh, those are my people, my guys. No, they everyone they are seeing, they are looking. So that is why they're looking for the easiest way out. Whatever does not have a strong foundation will perish. It is not only in the scripture or in the Quran. It is everywhere. If a building doesn't have a good foundation, I know a building that took them 3 years to just finish the foundation. When I went back to the place, I saw what they have built on it. I said, no wonder it took this long for the foundation. If you are not building the foundation very well, that's why many of them they have good English. You know, it's not about dressing well alone. It's not English alone. No, you know, how sweet English is by can you sustain it? Do you have capacity? Can you handle it? Can you repeat what you have done? Are you a millionaire by chance? Can you repeat the process all over again? I've been trading for 5 years. Can you repeat the process of your success all over? Grant Cardone left his country, left his home with nothing. Went to restart another somewhere else to see if he can become a multi-millionaire. He became it when the time set. So it's about the skills. The sales might know how to sell. So it's about the skills most, and then your knowledge, and then the opportunity. So when you are ready with your skills, you have knowledge, you have good mentality. When opportunity come one time, you hit it. It will be as if you did juju. You don't have to be wondering, it's sorry blow. No, it didn't just blow. Everything was ready. Then opportunity came.
Interesting. But now that you've helped us differentiate between being poor and being rich and all that. I'm asking myself now, how can I stop being poor?
So
now that I know that I'm poor, how can I stop it? How can I stop being poor? And how can I? You've said a lot about mindset. You said, I have mindset. How can I? If you didn't grow up in a house where they had that mindset, you don't. And your friends are all from poor backgrounds.
All of us.
How do I? Now I know I'm poor. I agree. So how do I walk out of that poverty? I want to be rich. I want to maintain wealth.
We're all working. We're all working out of it. We're all working out of it. So, what I wanted to say is, the first thing is to identify that you are here. Know that you are. Agree that you are here first. That, will I say I need help? So when you agree that you are, so the poor people think about now. So you need to change your thinking. When we talk about mindset, you need to change your thinking from next 5 years, next 10 years. The poor person is thinking of what I'm going to eat now, what I'm going to eat this evening. A rich person is thinking of how can I sustain this for the next 5 years. So be future minded, have foresight. Insight, foresight. Your insight allows you to build things in your mind, to see things you can do in your mind, but foresight allows you to see far in the future. So think in everything you're doing. So if you're starting a business, think about the future. Think about don't just think about what can sustain you now alone. Everybody's looking for what to eat now, right? Good, but on the other side, find this something that you are doing that can sustain you for a longer period of time. So let me tell you a real estate story that happened. I co-founded a real estate company also.
Okay.
The business presently was 500 million naira. Not even up to a year. But guess what happened?
What?
A friend of mine just told me, he was my first student. He just came and laid and went it. He said to me, God, this is house now, come and buy now. I mean, say, Look how much I just dropped the amount. The present amount of that place is now what? This is just 2 years ago. It's now what I'm not lying to you. Times 10.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you the one that happened last year. Ekpe before Ekpe got the hype that Ekpe has right now, it drove me around the whole of Ekpe, where the bush was. I mean, many people, when you are not even in Ekpe, just guy, come. This place is a good ground. Because he's a property lawyer. I said, come and buy here. I took all my life savings. Why? I trusted him because we've done business together and I know the kind of person he is. And then when the opportunity came, I had something to tender to him. That is where savings come in. Savings is not for food. Savings is to save in case opportunity that will save your life can come. That's how people save. Don't save because
save to buy Lambo.
No.
To buy Christmas clothes.
No. Save so that when opportunity. So when it came, all I had was 1.2 million. So okay, so let's start business together. Let's buy. Let's start selling too. And then we bought our first few acres. I think 6 million. I dropped 1.2 million. Now today the business is 500 million. I was supposed to use that money for something, maybe pay for a rent, pay for my house rent, move from my 1-bedroom apartment to a better place. But I said no, I can delay gratification. There's nobody will arrest me if I'm still living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Nobody needs to know that I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm doing well. Nobody's chasing me. I'm not married. I'm single. Now I've taken that money. I've taken it and built 500. We are projecting that by this end of this year we should be a billion naira. And we can take money and say I want to go and comfortably live in a mansion or a duplex. But I'm not even going there right now because I don't need it. So the poor don't think of now. Think of what can I do? What can I set up that can do? And
that can sustain me.
I'm a salesman. I've sold myself in 3 things already that I'm doing here without you even noticing already. This is what I do.
Of course, so, I noticed. I noticed.
I had to sell myself.
I noticed.
So I begin to look for. So what I begin to look for is what can I do very well that you cannot do as much as I can do it. I look for what can I learn. These things that was a time that for 3 months I wake up every morning, sit down with the chat, computer, YouTube, and I'm watching. There's something must be so good that when people think about you, when people think about real estate, Olubori Paul should come to them. Affordable real estate for young people, they want to start investing in real estate. When people think about forex, Olubori Paul should come to them first. When people think about financial freedom, Olubori Paul should come to them first. So when they need my services in that area, my name pops up. And then because I have the opportunity, now I have had the mindset, I have prepared myself, and then when the opportunity comes, I deliver. Bam!
When you become rich, how do you draw the line between, I feel like being rich comes with a certain power that sometimes you almost want to take advantage of the poor, even consciously. How I feel like we focus a lot on the poor, which is good, on how to transition into the rich. But how do you stay rich? One, I feel like I already know the answer. Maybe staying rich means you need to probably do what you did to move around from being poor to rich and do it over and over again, right?
So,
or you'd answer that. That's one question.
Okay.
How do you how do you control the wealth and the power so that you don't start taking advantage or encroaching on people who are just poor and trying also to come to the rich side?
Okay, so let me start with the first one.
Okay.
If you build, it is easy to sustain. If you jump, it always crumble.
Yeah.
You get that, right? So maintaining wealth, because there's a process. There's always 2 plus 2 is always 1. And 2 plus 2 is always 4, sorry. 2 plus 2 is always 4.
But it's not always 4. Sometimes they say 1 plus 1 is 1.
I don't know that one. That is spiritual or scriptural. 1 plus 1 is 2. There's always a process, right? So if you truly build, it's easy to sustain. All you just need to learn is scaling. How to scale. So if you are putting 1 together to make 2, so look for how you can put 3 together with 3 to make 6. Just looking for scaling ability. That's all. And then keep building relationship. Being rich give you a lot of access. Help you to do all of that, and then it opens you to more opportunities because people believe that if you can help yourself to become rich to this level, you can trust you with more, you will do better with more. So yeah.
And then people, it's like the rich automatically expect.
People trust the rich.
Yes.
Trust comes naturally for the rich. People trust you because they believe for you to get to this level, so you can trust you with this and do a lot of things. So poor, nobody trusts the poor man. Everybody suspect the poor man. This is one of the reasons why you have to work.
You have to
at least be
struggle.
Yes.
If it means for you to sweat and struggle and come
you have to
out.
sweat. But don't steal, don't cheat people, don't do all of that, don't do illegitimate stuff. Do it right. It is, and make up your mind. It's a decision I had to make that I'm going to make this money legitimate so that I can sleep and close my door and open my door anytime. The second question you asked, how do you control the power? I listened to Dangote one time. He said during the weekend he drives himself home. His manager have houses in Bahamas and all of that. You know, there are people that have good mind, you know, and power is money can make you become anything because you can control anyone, you can control anything. The control is something you have to learn. I don't know how to teach it because the way it comes on everybody is different. People have made 1 million naira and the next thing is they went to lodge in an hotel, other Azul, 1 million naira, and I'm wondering like 1 million naira. It is so finished. And they are calling people how far. I mean, when they are talking, you know, because you have money. How much is the money you have? You know, because money gives you confidence. There's a level of confidence that money gives you. Like, what are you talking about?
Like what you are showing, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, how much is this thing that you're talking? How much? Come on, send me like a number. Yeah. And then you're not vexing me. So you cannot teach that, but I encourage people to learn to be kind. A naturally kind person will not find it difficult to be kind also when they are wealthy. And some people say that money shows the true color of people. It's somehow true, because when you can do anything and go away with it, when you can make people feel bad and do all of that, yes. But I advise that you should, because sometimes God might not take the money from you. That's the thing that poor people don't know. Poor people think that when the rich does not give them money, God will take the money from them and punish them. It's a lie.
Come on,
and also, okay.
Let's take a call before you wrap it up. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? All right. We're just on the last few minutes of the show. Okay. You can call in. I'll take your call. And my coach is here to also wrap it up. Yes, you were saying.
So
you said God, yes, God
does not punish the rich. Even the rich is more useful to God than the poor. Hey. I'm sorry.
Even in the Bible safe, I remember that when they shared the coins around and all that, I can't remember how the story goes.
Onto some he gave 5, some he gave 2, some he gave 1. Yeah.
And the people that he gave even more went to win
1. Because he didn't understand the process. So how he entrust wealth into the hand of someone that does not know how to multiply it. Multiplication of wealth is very important. Learning how to multiply what you have.
Let's take that call now. Hello. Hello. I really want to take this call. Hello. All right. Fortunately, I can't hear you. Yes. So let's. Yes.
So the there's no, so if and when you are rich, don't become Father Christmas. When you have money, that is where what we do our goal and manage, teaching people how to manage money. You don't just spend. You have to spend on a budget. You have to spend with plan. If not, people will take all you have from you. The same poor people will remain poor, and they will leave you, and then go and look for who else to make them poor again. So what you need to do is learn to say no. Know when to say no, even to your family members at times, because out of emotions they will want to collect everything in your hands. Because they are coming at different times. Daddy will come separately, mommy will come separately, but I come separately. I'm sorry, I'm presently unavailable to dispense cash right now.
Yeah, that's the term you use.
I have a
like,
project.
are you an ATM?
No, I just say I'm sorry, I have a lot of projects on my hand right now. I'm
currently unavailable. Let me say it. I'm currently unavailable to dispense cash.
Yeah. To help you right now. I mean, most important, always respond. Many people don't just respond and ignore. Respond. Yeah. I would have loved to help at this moment, but currently, my body, what I have is not enough to go around and to share with you. Thank you so much.
Interesting. Olubori Paul, thank you so much. I felt like I was in a class. I enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for helping us, bridge the gap between the poor and the rich. Now, this has even gingered me, but see, Debrah, you cannot be poor. You just cannot afford to be, because the poor will keep getting poorer according to you.
Because they are given to the rich.
Yes, it's just unfortunate. And we all have to make up our minds. Wherever you are listening to this and watching this, you have to make up your mind. You just have to come out of it. So that some people will not be saying, let the poor breathe. So that you can be breathing wherever you are. You don't need to suffocate. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you for
To all my
having me.
callers and listeners, so people who try to call in and the network, I don't know, I'm so sorry about that. Deep Waters will be live again on Friday at 5 p.m. as always. To find our special coach here, how can they find you?
On Instagram,
Yeah.
Coach Bori on Instagram. Facebook, Olubori Paul Kende.
Yeah.
Then Twitter is Olubori33. I think, yeah.
Okay, if you were looking for financial freedom, how to get out of poverty and move on to the rich side, he's the coach for you. Thank you for being a part of the show.
Thank you for
And to you, my
having me.
listeners and viewers, find me on social media at Debrah_Waters. I'll be live again on Friday. Have a great evening. Bye-bye. Bye.